I'm here in front of Sanford Dam again. I just want to thank everyone for sharing this video, liking it, subscribing to my channel, and getting it out there in front of everyone to see. People around the world are watching these videos and understanding what is happening here. I also do read every single comment down below, so that's why you see hearts on all these comments. I may not agree with every single comment, but to acknowledge that I've read it, I do leave a heart on the comment. And I also want to thank the people that have sent me letters through the mail. If you want to send me something, I'll pop my P.O. box up on the screen. I'm here at the Ellis party store. You can see this is Saginaw Road. The river is just up there in the corner, and there's Cole's Towing as well as the pizza place. And right over here along this side is the auto parts. But this is the Ellis party store here. We always used to stop here on our way back from going boating because they had rec fuel here. There's not many gas stations that actually have rec fuel, but this is one of the new pumps that they just put in over here on the left hand side too, was a new rec fuel pump. And they had just got done renovating. They put about $150,000 into actual new pumps in the underground to get this all renovated last fall. And now, just since the flood has happened, the underground of these fuel tanks that's actually underneath these covers here is still good. There's no water that got in their gas, but these dispensers all need to be replaced. And right up here is actually the chemical bank that was actually demolished. So you can kind of see that the water really did get up way up here on Saginaw Road. We're gonna go inside and kind of take a look about the renovations and the rebuilding that is going on inside now. So as we come around from the front of the store, you can kind of see where this water line is right here. So it was about 4 feet. So we come to the inside. This used to be the cash register right here. This was a photo that the store owner shared with me. You can actually see the entrance to the store in the background, and the store counter is just over here to the right. And how she described this, she was actually watching this on a live view when she was sitting at home after the flood, actually seeing her store get flooded. She said that it actually sounded like the Titanic when it was going down, all the creaking and moaning. Panning around, you can see the coolers here and along this wall. And then you can see where the actual non-cool goods used to be on racks right here, down the middle of the store. This one window right here is completely shattered, and what they think happened is either the pressure from the water rushing in here busted them, or the cans of beer that used to be on these shelves actually kind of lifted and then fell off the shelves right into the glass. This big cooler here, they don't know if they're going to be able to salvage. This is all one big unit all along this wall. And there could potentially still be some water inside the foam walls there. Right here you can see the amount of water still in these doors. As we come around here to the back, you can see all this electrical. And a lot of the stuff that's being held up right now is work with consumers. This box right here is the box that runs the report and makes sure that the fuel system, the tanks underground, are not leaking. It does a pressure test on them, and it's able to validate that there are no leaks. That has to be sent daily to the actual state. Right now they are using a generator to just supply enough energy to that to be able to run the report. As we come back here to the back area, again, more electrical that needs to be replaced. This used to be their brand new office that they just got done. And in here is the cooler This room used to be completely full of beer. All that had to be thrown away. All the food, all the liquor, all the beer had to be thrown away because it was potentially contaminated from the river water. This room in here was more storage. It used to actually be the old office, but when the new office was built over here, they actually turned this into being more storage. And this whole area here was more storage again. This back here used to be the generator that would run, kind of like the Generac when power was lost. This would actually kick on and start supplying power to the rest of the store. This garage door would automatically open up. This was actually on during the time of the flood because power was lost before that, and it sucked water right into this engine. They were able to actually drain the oil out and actually be able to fire this thing back up though. And it actually looks like that this is still going to be able to run. However, the electrical panel that is over here in the front of the store needs to be replaced yet, and that is one of the biggest costs, this box right here. So right now what they're waiting on is consumers to come in, and they actually need a double electrical panel box because there's 2 units here. And until then, they're not able to actually bring in a certified electrician and make sure that their power is good to get that turned back on. Over here in the side room, you can see a little bit more of the stuff that they were actually able to salvage. So you can see some oil, some antifreeze, looks like some fuel stabilizer, and some windshield washer fluid. These items are not consumed, so those they were actually able to recover and should be able to reuse. Over here along the wall, you can see just how much mud there was in here. This entire floor was covered in mud. Right here, you can see it's just all caked up. Even on this power washer here. Everything was completely covered in mud. This plow was in here as well. You can see there is actually water in the headlights, so that is unable to be used. There's also water in the hydraulics as well. So a lot of things that just need to be repaired and replaced. Actually, what they're waiting on right now is to get consumers in here. That is the biggest holdup, is to get power restored here. However, they did say that the estimate to be able to kind of get this store back to where it used to be is probably going to be around $750,000. Of course, that's an estimate, so it could go either way. Did want to also point out something interesting up here in the front. Whoever was actually hanging the drywall here wrote their names in the glue, and up here, this actually says heaven. Pretty neat. There's another area you can see the water line right here. So that is exactly how high the water got in this room. An interesting story that the owner here of the Ellis Party Store shared with me was you can see that this gas pump is actually busted off right here. There was actually someone here pumping gas when the floodwaters came up, and they got so panicked that they actually drove away with the gas pump still in their vehicle, so that completely disconnected and ripped off. They actually brought the pump back and apologized to the clerks inside. Of course, everyone was very frantic at that time, so no one really cared and actually was just saying, get out of here, just evacuate this town before the waters came up too high. They also used to have a vehicle over here that was for sale. It was a Dodge Charger, and that vehicle actually ended up down the street, way over there on the other side of the Dollar General. You can just see the yellow sign there. So those flood waters must have pushed straight through down the road, carrying that car, and ended up, let's say, maybe about 500 feet down the road. Thank you to everybody for supporting me, subscribing to my channel, liking and sharing these videos. It does help a lot. If you want to contribute to the efforts here, make sure you visit the Sanford Strong and Edenville Strong Facebook pages. I'll leave the links in the description down below. And if you want to help support my page, I'll also leave my Patreon and PayPal account down below. Thanks for watching, and make sure you catch my next video. Until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Also, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next videos I will be posting, and leave your questions, comments, and suggestions below. As always, I just want to give a massive thanks to the people who support me on Patreon. Never underestimate the value of your contribution to keeping this channel going. Thank you.